My coworker faked cancer to steal $100,000 I exposed her on live TV. My coworker told us she had stage 3 breast cancer. She shaved her head, lost weight. We raised $103,000 to help her fight. Bake sales, GoFundMe, charity runs. We gave everything, but she was never sick. Not for a single day. It was all a lie. And when I discovered the truth, I didn't just report her to police. I called the local news. They confronted her on camera, and America watched her world fall apart on live television. My name is Sarah Mitchell, and I work at the marketing firm in Denver, Colorado. We're a small company, about 50 employees. We're like a family. We celebrate birthdays together. We grab drinks after work. We know each other's kids' names. So when Jennifer Hayes stood up in our Monday morning meeting and made her announcement, we were all devastated. "I have something to tell you all," Jennifer said, her voice shaking. "I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer 2 weeks ago." The room went silent. Jennifer was 35 years old, single, no kids. She'd worked out to our company for 6 years. She was quiet, kept to herself mostly, but everyone liked her. "The doctors say I need aggressive chemotherapy and possibly surgery." She continued, tears running down her face. "I'm going to fight this, but I wanted you to all know because I'm going to need your support." Our boss, Tom, immediately stood up. "Jennifer, we're here for you. Whatever you need, take all the time off you need. Your job will be waiting when you're ready." Everyone rushed to hug her. People were crying. I was crying. Cancer, the word itself is terrifying. Jennifer had always been so healthy. She did yoga. She was a vegetarian. How could this happen to her? That day changed everything in our office. We rallied around Jennifer like she was family, because she was. Within a week, our office became a fundraising machine. Jennifer told us her insurance wouldn't cover everything. The treatments were expensive. The co-pays alone were going to be $15,000. Plus, she'd have to take unpaid leave from work. "I don't know how I'm going to afford this," she said in a tearful email to the whole office. We weren't going to let her struggle alone. Our HR manager, Karen, organized a bake sale. Everyone brought homemade cookies, brownies, cakes. We sold them in the office lobby and to the other businesses in our building. We raised $3,000 in one day. Tom set up a GoFundMe page, helped Jennifer fight breast cancer. He sent it to everyone in the company. We all shared it on social media. Friends and family donated, even strangers who saw the post donated. Within 2 weeks, the GoFundMe had raised $47,000, but we didn't stop there. We organized a 5,000 charity run for Jennifer. 200 people showed up, and entry fee was $50 per person. We raised $10,000. We held a silent auction. People donated items, art, gifts, baskets, restaurant gift certificates, concert tickets. Raised $12,000. Our company even did payroll deduction. Employees could donate a portion of their paycheck directly to Jennifer's medical fund. Over 3 months, we raised a total of $103,000. $103,000. Jennifer was overwhelmed. She cried every time someone gave her a check. "I can't believe how generous you are all," she said at the company meeting. "You're saving my life. I don't know how I'll ever repay you." "You don't have to repay us," Tom said. "Just focus on getting better. That's all we ask." Jennifer started her treatment in October. Jennifer documented her cancer journey on social media. She posted updates every week. Week 1. "Starting chemo today. I'm scared, but I'm ready to fight. Cancer warrior." Week 4. "Lost my hair today. It was harder than I expected, but hair grows back. Cancer won't beat me." She posted a photo of herself with a shaved head. She looked so vulnerable, so brave. Week 8. Feeling really sick from this chemo, but I'm pushing through. Thank you all for your support. Everyone in the office followed her updates. We sent her care package, flowers, cards, meals. Jennifer started working remotely. I'm too weak to come into the office, she said, but I'll keep working from home as much as I can. We saw her in Zoom calls. She wore scarves to cover her health belt. She looked thinner, paler. How are you feeling, Jen? People would ask. Some days are better than others, she'd say with a weak smile, but I'm fighting. She was our hero, our inspiration. If Jennifer could fight cancer and still work, we could handle our petty problems. Months went by. Jennifer's updates continued. Month 4. Halfway through chemo. The doctor said the tumor is shrinking. I'm so grateful. Month 6. Almost done with treatment. Light at the end of the tunnel. Month 8. Final round of chemo. Next week, the scans to see I'm in remission. Pray for me. We were all rooting for her. We believed in her. But I was starting to notice something strange. I'm a detail-oriented person. It's my job. I'm a project manager. I notice patterns, inconsistencies. And something about Jennifer's story wasn't adding up. Small things at first. Jennifer never mentioned the name of her oncologist. Every time someone asked, "Who is your doctor?" she said, "Oh, he's great, very experienced," but never gave a name. She never mentioned which hospital she was going to for treatment. Denver has 3 major hospitals with oncology centers. I asked once, "Are you going to UC Health? My aunt had breast cancer there." Jennifer's answer was vague. "Oh no, a different one, smaller practice." But when I searched online, there were no smaller practices that did chemotherapy in Denver. It's specialized. You got to a hospital. Another thing, Jennifer never posted photos from the hospital. Every cancer patient I knew posted at least one photo from their chemo chair, the IV, the hospital bed, something. Jennifer's photos were always at home, just her face, her bald head, but never any medical equipment. And then there was the money. Jennifer had raised $103,000. But she never posted about paying medical bills, never mentioned copays or prescriptions or anything related to actual expenses. Where was the money going? I felt guilty for even thinking these thoughts. What kind of person suspects someone with her cancer of lying? But I couldn't shake it. One day in December, I did something I'm not proud of. I called the 3 major hospitals in Denver. UC Health, Presbyterian St. Luke's, Denver Health. I asked each one, "Do you have a patient named Jennifer Hayes receiving oncology treatment?" All 3 said, "I'm sorry, we can't give out that information due to HIPAA." Fair enough. But then I said, "I'm trying to send flour to a patient there. Can you transfer me to her room?" The operator would search, and every single time, "I'm sorry, we don't have a patient by that name." All 3 hospitals know Jennifer Hayes. My stomach sank. I needed proof. I couldn't accuse someone of faking cancer without solid evidence. So I hired a private investigator. His name was David Chen, same PI I'd used once investigate a contractor who scammed my parents. "David, I need you to follow someone," I told him. "Her name is Jennifer Hayes. She says she had cancer and goes to chemo appointments every Tuesday and Thursday. I need to know if she actually going to a hospital." David didn't ask questions. "I'll follow her for 2 weeks. If she's going to medical appointments, I'll document it. If she not, I'll document it too." 2 weeks later, David called me. "Sarah, you're going to want to see this." We met at the coffee shop. David handed me a folder full of photos and reports. Tuesday, December 10th, 10 a.m. Jennifer left her apartment at 9:45 a.m. She drove to Starbucks, ordered a latte, and sat there for 2 hours on her laptop, then drove to Target, shopped for an hour, went home, never went to any hospital or medical facility. Thursday, December 12th, 2 p.m. Jennifer left her apartment at 1:30 p.m., drove to a nail salon, got a manicure, then went to lunch at P.F. Chang's with a friend, then went to the movies, saw romantic comedy, went home. Again, no hospital, no medical facility. David have photos of everything. Jennifer smiling at Starbucks, shopping at Target, laughing at lunch. She didn't look sick. She didn't look like someone going to chemotherapy. Here's the thing, David said. I also checked her insurance claims to a source I have. Jennifer Hayes has filed 0 insurance claims related to cancer treatment. No oncologist visits. No chemotherapy billing. Nothing. My hands were shaking as I looked at the photos. She's not sick, I whispered. No, David confirmed she's not. Jennifer Hayes and never had cancer, no stage 3, not any stage. She faked the whole thing. The bald head, she shaved it. The weight loss, diet. The weakness, acting. The entire 9 months cancer journey, a lie. To steal $103,000. I didn't know what to do. Do I go to the police? Do I tell Tom, our boss? Do I confront Jennifer directly? I decided to gather more evidence first. I looked at Jennifer's social media more carefully. Every photo she posted of her chemo treatments was just her at home. No hospital backgrounds, no medical equipment. I reverse image researched one of her ultrasound photos she's posted. It came from a stock photo website. She downloaded it and claimed it was hers. The pregnancy test she'd shown people, you can buy fake positive pregnancy tests on Amazon for $10. Everything was fake. I took all the evidence to Tom, our boss. Tom, we need to talk. It's about Jennifer. I showed him everything. The PI report, the photos, the insurance records showing 0 claims. Tom's face went white. Are you telling me Jennifer doesn't have cancer? That's exactly what I'm telling you. She faked it, all of it, to steal money from us. Tom sat down stunned. $103,000 from people who cared about her, from people who can't afford to lose that money. He was right. Some of our employees had donated hundreds of dollars, money they needed for their own families, single mothers, people paying off students' loans. They sacrificed for Jennifer, and she lied to all of us. We need to confront her, Tom said, and we need to involve the police. But I had a better idea. Tom, before we go to the police, I want to contact the local news. I researched out the Channel 9 New Denver. They had an investigative journalism segment called Problem Solvers that exposed scams and fraud. I sent them an email with all the evidence. Dear problem solvers, a woman at my company faked having breast cancer for 9 months. She scammed our office out of $103,000 to GoFundMe, fundraisers, and donations. I have proof she was never sick. Private investigator reports, photos, insurance records. This is a massive fraud. And the public need to know. She could be doing this to other people too. Please investigate. Sarah Mitchell. 2 hours later, I got a call from Investigative reporter Tony Martinez. Miss Mitchell, I just read your email. This is huge. Can you send me all the evidence? I sent everything. Tony called me back the next day. We want to do a story. We want to confront Jennifer on camera. Are you willing to be interviewed? Yes, absolutely. Over the next week, Tony and his team did their own investigation. They confirmed everything I found. No hospital records, no insurance claims. Jennifer's chemo appointments were trips to shopping malls and restaurants. Her ultrasound photo was stolen from the internet. Her GoFundMe was still active, still collecting donations. Tony also discovered something I hadn't. Jennifer had done this before. 5 years ago, in Phoenix, Arizona, Jennifer, under a different name Jessica Hayes, had faked having leukemia. She raised $20,000 from a church community before someone exposed her. She moved to Denver and changed her name slightly. Started over with the same scam. This was M.O. Her career. She was a professional fake cancer patient. Tony decided to do an ambush interview. Show up at Jennifer's apartment with cameras rolling and confront her with the evidence. The day of the confrontation, I went with them. I wanted to see her face when she realized she was caught. December 20th, 2024, Tony and his camera crew knocked on Jennifer's apartment door. I stood behind them, out of the view. Jennifer opened the door. She was wearing a scarf on her head, looking frail. "Hi, can I help you?" she asked sweetly. Tony held up his microphone. "Jennifer Hayes? I'm Tony Martinez from Channel 9 News. We're investigating your breast cancer fundraising campaign." Jennifer's face changed. The sweet expression vanished. "I? What? Why are you here?" "Miss Hayes, you raised over $100,000 claiming to have stage 3 breast cancer. But we have evidence that you were never sick. You never went to any hospital. You never had any chemotherapy. This was all a scam, wasn't it?" Jennifer tried to close the door. Tony blocked it with his foot. "Miss Hayes, we spoke to 3 hospitals. None of them had any record of you. Your insurance company says you filed 0 claims of cancer treatment. We have a private investigator's report showing you spent your chemo days shopping and getting manicures." Jennifer's face crumbled. "I don't know what kind of talking you're about. Get away from my door. We also find out this isn't the first time you've done this." Tony continued. 5 years ago in Phoenix, you asked leukemia under the name Jessica Hayes. You stole $20,000 from a church. You're a con artist, Miss Hayes." Jennifer started crying, but not sad crying. Angry crying. "You have no rights to harass me. I'm sick. I'm fighting for my life." "Then show us your medical records," Tony said calmly. "Prove you have cancer. We'll apologize and leave it right now." Jennifer couldn't, because she didn't have any medical records. "I don't have to prove anything to you," she screamed. "Actually you do," Tony replied, "because you raised money under false pretenses. That's fraud. That's theft. And the police are very interested in talking to you." At that moment, 2 police officers appeared behind Tony and had coordinated with them to be there. "Jennifer Hayes," one officer said, "we have a warrant for your arrest for fraud and theft by deception." "We have a warrant for your arrest for fraud and theft by deception." Jennifer collapsed to the door, sobbing. "The cameras caught everything. No, no. This is a mistake. I'm sick. I have cancer." But it was over. The officers handcuffed her, read her rights, led her to the police car, all on camera. Tony turned to the camera and gave his closing statement. "This is Tony Martinez, Problem Solvers, Channel 9 News. Tonight we exposed Jennifer Hayes, a woman who faked breast cancer and stole over the $100,000 from generous donors. This is not at the first time she committed this crime, and tonight she was arrested. If you donated to Jennifer's GoFundMe campaign, contact police. You may be entitled to restitution. This is a reminder, always verify before you donate." Back to you in the studio. The story aired 2 days later, December 22nd, primetime news. It went viral immediately. Within hours, the video had 2 million views on YouTube, 5 million on Facebook, 10 million on TikTok. People were outraged. How could someone fake cancer? She stole from people who trusted her. This is disgusting. The national news picked it up. CNN, Fox News, everyone covered the story. Woman arrested for faking cancer, stealing $100,000. Jennifer's mugshot was everywhere. GoFundMe immediately shut down her campaign and began the process of refunding all donors. They also banned her from a platform for life. Our office was relieved but also traumatized. We trusted her with giving our money, our time, our emotional support. And it was all a lie. The legal process moved quickly because the evidence was overwhelming. Jennifer felt guilty too. Fraud, multiple counts, theft by deception, wire fraud for the GoFundMe, identity fraud for using a fake name and phonics, sentencing 4 years in Colorado State Prison, plus must repay $100,000 to all victims, $50,000 fine to the state, permanent criminal record, banned from all crowdfunding platforms. Jennifer tried to give a statement at her sentencing. She cried and said, "I'm sorry, I was despaired. I made a terrible mistake." The judge was not sympathetic. "Miss Hayes, you didn't make a mistake. You committed a calculated, deliberate fraud. You preyed on people's compassion. You exploited their generosity. You stole from single mothers who could barely afford to feed their own children. You stole from cancer survivors who knew the pain you claimed to feel. You are not a victim, you are a criminal." 4 years in prison. Bailey removed her from my courtroom. Jennifer was led away in handcuffs. As for me and my coworkers, we got most of our money back. GoFundMe refunded about $85,000. The remaining $18,000 was already spent and couldn't be recovered. But the money wasn't the point. The point was justice. Jennifer Hayes thought she could exploit people's kindness. She thought she could fake cancer and get away with it. She was wrong. This story taught me something important about scams and human nature. Scammers prey on our best instincts, our compassion, our desire to help people in need. Jennifer didn't rob us at gunpoint. She didn't break into our homes. She told us a story, a sad story, a sympathetic story, and we believed her because we wanted to believe her, because we're good people who want to help. But here's what I learned: it's okay to verify before you trust. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to want proof. That doesn't make you heartless. It makes you smart. If someone asks you for money, even for a sympathetic reason, it's okay to say, "Can you show me the medical bills? Can you provide documentation? Can I donate directly to the hospital?" Real cancer patients won't be offended. They'll understand. Scammers will get defensive. They'll make excuses. They'll try to guilt you. That's how you know. Jennifer Hayes is currently in her 2nd year in Denver Women's Correctional Facility. She'll be there until 2028. And every time I see a GoFundMe for a sick person, I do my research first. Because compassion doesn't mean gullibility. And helping people doesn't mean being a victim. Trust but verify. Always verify. If this story made you angry, share it. Warn others. Scammers are everywhere and awareness is our best weapon. Hit subscribe because tomorrow is Justice Sunday and that story will restore your faith in karma. Remember, verify before you donate. Compassion is beautiful, but protect yourself too. See you tomorrow.